and they are ready to see the Penn State Nittany Lions take the field to kick off this new season. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Catch called for and made. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Hand off to the lone back. Shakes off the defender. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. First and 10 from the 50. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Open runway ahead. At the 20. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
How many ways can I get to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, going full speed across the formation. He gets the edge.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, LSU!
Well, I know it's a very small sample size, and we've got a lot of football to go this year, but what can you say about this offense? How explosive and impressive they look. Top 5 in the nation in scoring, and you can see why. They've got speed and playmakers all over the field.
And he made the extra point without problem. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Set on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Bad news for the defense. They give up a first down on a scramble. Good news, though, they got a blitz on that quarterback. That is a dream shot for anybody on defense. So, yeah, you might have made a good play individually. Good job, bud. Attaboy. You might get a helmet sticker for that, but you're also going to be in the ice bath after the game.
The give to the back. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get higher.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start, try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires fires it down the seam. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Man, I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. And he's sacked. A big play on fourth down to stop this drive.
I can justify when it's really short, but when it's fourth and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them,
Deep shot for the end zone. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska, once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
yeah, and I tell you from
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? But if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 33.
And that's just a simple blitz by the middle linebacker. If he's able to win up front, he sees the gap, he's able to beat his block, and gets it.
Man, they can barely see the first down marker from there, but they'll go for it on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking left. He's got it. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Makes the catch. It's Peace. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Looking at a second and short now. The lone back's got it. Tackled after picking up the first down.
And they have got a weapon in this offense right there, running back. This dude is tremendous. You think about Franco Harris, you think about DeJohnny Carter, Curtis Enis, Saquon Barkley, time and time again. Penn State running backs wearing defenses down. This guy is a problem, and this defense better find a way.
Ball in the air. Intercepted.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with them, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it. He's not going to throw back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, made the big play.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. He's going to take off. Still on his feet at the 45. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Across the 25. He's off to the races. Into the house. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit about to go to work. He'll start the return inside his spot. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really picked off. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal.
Nice. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
LSU lining up first and goal. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into the rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Wants to throw on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Abraham. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
And listen, I know he just got rocked, but he held onto the football and got the first down. So when he can get up, when he has the strength, to get back up. Nothing to be worried about. Nice play, nice catch. Don't worry about that big stick. I got the first down. Signal that thing for me and celebrate.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying the left side. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Fires left. Makes a connection. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers. I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout the season.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And now on second down for this offense. They'll go to the ground. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
They're trying to get to it. That's it. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll try to pass their way in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal.
Moves. Flip it.
Running back looking for the end zone to the left. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved. Defense got to get out and get you a stop. This was still getting them back in the ball.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. South Carolina has the lead right now, but this Williams-Brice crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over Florida. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast.
And he intercepts it. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
That was a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time. But you always remember your first interception. You'll always remember this moment.
Quick handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Pocket starts to collapse. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41.
Let's go!
Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Quick strike complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that 3rd down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
And this offense choose to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed now. Early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this over.
And he makes the catch inside the 20. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Buying some time. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want him to be free.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front. They won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play. They're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Touchdown, LSU! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Got the quick pass. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
And he is corralled short of the line to gain. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. I know you want to keep the ball away from the other offense, but going for it inside your own 40? On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Makes the catch along the sideline and steps out of bounds.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. I can throw it to him. Try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Wide receiver shows motion. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Steps away. Got his man. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
He's looking to throw. Quarterback extends the play. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's back to throw on 2nd down. He'll pull it down and run. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. One more snap coming before halftime. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Into the end zone. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this 2nd half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running. sends the offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
All right, you dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Looking to scramble. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Got it past the marker. And they finally make the tackle. This will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution. Critical down.
No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
Listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him. Put him in the slot. Put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Now rolling to the left. Trying to escape and get it himself. They bring him down, but not before he gets just enough to move the chain.
I love the play call there, too, because second and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And some room to work. He'll work his way down to the 28.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
He's got his man. He's running around, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
He'll keep it himself. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
Nice job there by the QB on his own read, because he's watching the D lineman, and he knows he has to keep the football, and then right away takes it upfield to get some positive yards.
The hand to the running back. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify it.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Penn State.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner will be brought down. Drive firing. He's going to run it. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him.
To have a QB under center nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. Early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Got his man down the middle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
They weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, they're looking for a silver lining. I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on fourth.
The offense failed to convert on fourth down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him and they convert. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Across the 45. Nothing but green ahead. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown, Tiger. Lining up to add another. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Alabama is in serious trouble right now, and by in trouble, I mean this could get uglier than a mad problem. They're trailing by 28 to Duke. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Scrambling away. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Good, solid tackle.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
On second down, he's looking downfield. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. And no shortage of the big boys coming out of Baton Rouge as LSU's defense in the backfield again.
Yeah, you talk about tall, long, athletic, guys that get after the quarterback, LSU, they typically have a lot of those guys. That's a really fun thing to have when you're a defensive coordinator.
Trying to get to it. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quickly out to the tight end. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? First down for this offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. Throws for the tight end. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. He lobs one high down the left side. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. Escapes the sack. Quarterback moving. He'll take another shot here. Oh, he gets downfield for the big catch. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Touchdown, Tiger! And the beatdown has ensued. Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field.
Split them here on this drive.
Looking to move it through the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get loud. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
This time it's complete. Make the stop at the 30, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there.
Get set, get set.
Now on the option. Knocked down for the tackle.
Well, you wonder how this guy is so dynamic. It's because of his speed. You simply can't coach that. You saw it on that last carry.
Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
And as an offense, you've got an unconventional call. You're trying to get your receiver the ball using pre-snap motion, but you've got to do a better job up front blocking. Couldn't get it done, and now it sets up fourth down.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. He'll pull it down. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
The back goes in motion. On second down, looking to throw. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. So not even the pass interference could stop that play. They'll decline the penalty, and they have the touchdown. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. On first down, here comes this offense. He wants to throw. Dances away.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Touch pass on the right. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
When you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's just it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the first down. Run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breeze.
Well, tip your hat to the Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. He's looking to throw. He's going for it all. Catch inside the 30 and still running. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. LSU right back to the line. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win.
Intercepted. Trying to take it back. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
Now, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pulling my ears back.
And the ball is picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sent it the other way. Bunch formation for these receivers. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Moving out of the pocket. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute kind of offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass to take a win.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positives today. Like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message for the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but, like, let's live in this moment and try to be great right here at the end of the game.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's caught downfield. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. He wants to throw it again. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, LSU! And the punishment has been extended. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense. Defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can.
He felt the heat, trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2.
Man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot.
And that ball is picked off. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Going to try to get it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
That's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks. They're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football's a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
Got it! And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
And the extra point is good. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Running to the left. And that will be in the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that...